We're on in 3, 2.
You're listening to WRSC, reduced radio of the 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America, and welcome once again to another thrilling adventure of America's favorite cowboy, Dodge Rambler, Boy Buckaroo. Brought to you by the makers of Thunder Bread. Yes, Thunder Bread, individually sliced for your convenience with 8 essential vitamins. It'll make your body big where you need it. Thunder Bread. It'll make your body big where you need it. And now, journey with us back to those rugged days of yore, when men were men and so were the women, when frontier justice held sway, and America's hero, Dodge Rambler, Boy Buckaroo, ruled the West with his best girl, Molly, and his faithful horse, Gordon. Tonight, the makers of Thunder Bread and the Reduced Shakespeare Company present episode...
What?
I don't know. He stopped.
What in the world are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just squeezing that horn that you have.
Here's my horn.
Oh!
We present episode 34, Dry Days in Dusty Gulch. A new day dawns in Dusty Gulch as Dodge helps Molly plan the new schoolhouse.
It sure is good of you to help the plans for the schoolhouse, Dodge.
Shucks, Molly. Tain't nothing any other red-blooded American hero wouldn't do.
It's just that you're so busy, I'm amazed you have time for little old me.
I always have time for you, Molly.
Just then there came a knock at the door.
Come in. Why, it's Gordon, my faithful and trusty steed. What's troubling you, Gordon? What? Timmy's trapped on a cliff and needs insulin? Oh, bad guys have come to Dusty Gulch. Molly, you better stay here.
No, Dodge, I'm coming with you.
No, Molly, I don't want you mixed up in this.
But I'm so mixed up already.
Wait, that's my voice.
I told you I was mixed up.
Then let's go, Gordon, to vanquish those ne'er-do-wells.
What's the trouble down at the Lucky Shot Saloon, and why exactly is Matt slapping his chest? The answer to these and other questions, knock it off or I'll kill you, will come right after this message from the makers of Lucky Stroke cigarettes. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend Lucky Stroke cigarettes to boost their practices. Lucky Stroke. You're a lucky guy to have a lucky stroke. And now, back to Dodge Rambler, Boy Buckaroo. Dodge and Gordon race down to the Lucky Shot Saloon and burst through the door. With the Transcontinental Railroad, apparently.
Apparently. What seems to be
Put
the
him up, Rambler. We got you covered.
Who are you?
Shut up, cowboy. I'll plug you full of lead.
Well, if it ain't the famous Dodge Rambler, Boy Buckaroo, I expect you've heard of us. We're the Hoover Boys. I'm Jedgar. This here's my brother, Herbert.
So, you're the infamous Jedgar Hoover. Nice dress.
Thanks.
Dusty Gulch! Dusty Gulch doesn't require your services. Be gone.
Now, hold on, Rambler. We're here to help Dusty Gulch comply with the new federal law.
What new federal law?
The new constitutional amendment prohibiting alcohol.
No, seriously, what new federal law?
I'm serious, Rambler. Herbert, hold up that newspaper. Says so right here. The 18th Amendment to the Constitution prohibits the manufacture, sale, or transportation of intoxicating liquor.
Knock it off, Herbert, or I'll run you in.
Oh, yeah, and what charge?
Rustling.
Sounds like there's a windstorm a-brewing. And so the gentlefolk of Dusty Gulch are forced into hiding as the hideous Hoover boys sweep through town, sucking up all that is decent and good.
That was good.
And decent.
Meanwhile, Dodge Rambler, Boy Buckaroo, and his faithful horse Gordon bunk down under the Dusty Gulch sky as night falls. Arr!
Well, Gordon, this prohibition law stinks. If only we could find out who's behind it.
Yeah.
Gordon, are you sure? Erit ira inum wo. How many are there? Oh, Gordon, you're the best hero an American horse ever had. Let's ride. We've got a prohibition to prohibit.
Undaunted Dodge dashes desperately down to Dusty Gulch to detect the deadly and drunken desperados and detain them indefinitely in the dark and dirty dock of destiny and other D words.
So, Al Capone, we meet at last.
How did you know I was here, Rambler?
I got it from the horse's mouth. Come on, Capone. I'm taking you in.
Not so fast, Rambler.
Jedgar.
Dodge!
Molly.
Capone,
Rosebud!
drop your gun. Drop your guns, Rambler, or the girl gets it.
You'll never get away with it, Jedgar.
Oh, I think we will.
Say goodbye to your lady, Rambler.
No, wait. Do what you want with the girl, but let me go.
All right.
Sorry.
Suddenly, over the hills in a cloud of dust and the sound of a thundering wheelchair appears Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
My fellow Americans, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Of course, as fears go, that's a pretty big one. Still, we must not let ourselves get down. To illustrate this, I'd like to read a letter from little Amy in Warwickshire. Amy writes, Dear FDR, Germany's acting up again. I'm scared. Can you help us? Your fan, Amy. Well, Amy, this is the kind of letter that pisses Americans off. Our country's in a depression, but we will beat it. I'm going to create the WPA, the CCCs, the TVA, the
12 years later.
FBI, the FDIC, and the IUD. We hereby declare war on the Axis powers. Oh, Lucy, come rub my aching...
Back to the exciting conclusion of Rock Fury's Super GI.
Oh, my darling Ava, look! The Allies are marching into Berlin. They're falling right into my trap. Now, I've oppressed this button, firing the secret Uber-weapons of the Weißwasser Allied force.
Oh, Adolf, I love it when you're in a syphilitic rage.
Ach, my little schnitzel gruber. But wait, what is that noise? Oh, no, it's a bird. It's a plane. Ooh, it's a bird.
No! It's Rock Fury Super GI. Your jig dancing days are over, little man.
But Vi!
Vi, I'll tell you, Vi. In its greed and lust for power, Germany has tried to take over an entire continent.
But isn't that what the U.S. did in North America?
Wash your mouth with soap, little lady. Why, the U.S. stopped land grabbing over 40 years ago, and there's a big difference between your land grabbing and ours.
What's that?
We succeeded, and besides, we didn't try to wipe out an entire race of people.
What about the Indians?
Well, we don't lock people away in concentration camps.
What about the Japanese Americans on the West Coast?
You know, it's lucky for you, ma'am, I don't hit women. Much. Now let's go. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that you two will be spending more than 12 years in Leavenworth.
11 years in 12 Earth.
5 or 10 at Woolworth.
That's enough! Now give me your gun and let's go.
Here's my Luger pistol.
I've always wanted to see one of these. Is this the safety?
Bang!
Oops. Well, thank goodness we won this war. Otherwise... Wait, my super hearing is picking up Alan Alda calling for help in Korea. Rock Fury Super GI is off once again to battle for truth, justice, and American markets.